It's a quiet Tuesday morning. Margaret, a 72-year-old widow from Ohio, sits at her small kitchen table. In front of her is a stack of bills, a medical bill from her last doctor visit, a hospital insurance premium she's been paying for years, a receipt from the tax preparer who charged her $300 last spring, and a credit card receipt from the TSA PreCheck membership her grandson signed her up for before her last flight. Margaret stares at these papers and her hands begin to shake because she just learned something on the news that morning, something that made her stomach drop. She may have been paying bills for years that she was never legally required to pay. She whispers to herself, "How much money have I lost? How much could I have saved? Why did nobody ever tell me?" If you have ever felt that same fear, that quiet panic, that sense that the system is moving too fast and nobody is looking out for you, please stay with me right now. Because what I'm about to share could put hundreds, even thousands of dollars back into your pocket this year. My name is Masha. I am a senior policy analyst, and I help retirees like you understand the rules that big institutions hope you never read. Today, I am going to reveal 5 specific bills that millions of American seniors are legally protected from, or completely exempt from paying. And the official sources are right there in black and white on the government's own websites. But I need you to stay with me until the very end, because there is one hidden mistake, a quiet, invisible mistake that many seniors make with these rules, and that single mistake can wipe out every dollar you were supposed to save. I will reveal it at the end of this video, so please pour yourself a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let me walk you through this, slowly and carefully. Before we get to the 5 bills, let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 68 years old. He is a retired truck driver from Pennsylvania. He worked hard his entire life. He paid his taxes, he raised 3 children, and when he turned 65, he did what he thought was the right thing. He went to a local insurance agent and signed up for a private hospital insurance plan because his agent told him, "Robert, you never know when you might need it." That plan cost Robert $140 a month. For 3 years, Robert paid faithfully. That's over $5,000 out of his fixed retirement income. Then one day, Robert was talking to a neighbor at the grocery store. The neighbor mentioned Medicare Part A. Robert went home and called Social Security, and the agent on the phone told him something that made his face turn pale. Robert was already entitled to Medicare Part A for free. He had worked over 40 quarters and paid Medicare taxes his entire life. He never needed that private hospital insurance. He had been paying for something he was already legally entitled to receive at no cost. Robert lost over $5,000 because nobody told him the rule. I do not want that to happen to you. So let's go through each of these 5 bills together. Bill number 1, Medicare Part A premiums. This is the bill that cost Robert thousands of dollars. According to the Social Security Administration's official publication, EN-05-10043, Medicare Part A, which is your hospital insurance, is premium-free for almost everyone who worked and paid Medicare taxes for at least 10 years. That's 40 quarters of work. And here is something most seniors do not know. If your spouse worked and paid Medicare taxes for 10 years, you can qualify through their work record, even if you are divorced, even if you are widowed. This is written directly on ssa.gov. It is not a rumor. It is not a trick. It is the law. The trap is this. Many seniors who delay taking their Social Security retirement check believe they must also delay Medicare. Others get talked into private hospital insurance plans that duplicate what Part A already gives them for free. And some surviving spouses simply never claim Part A through their late husband or wife's work record because nobody told them they could. To enroll, you go to ssa.gov/Medicare, or you call the Social Security Administration directly. That's it. No tricks, no middlemen, no insurance agent commissions. If you ignore this rule and miss your 7-month initial enrollment period around your 65th birthday, you may face delayed coverage and a permanent late penalty. And if you pay private hospital premiums when you didn't have to, that money is simply gone. Bill number 2. Medicare Part B, premiums, deductibles, and copays. This one shocks people, so please listen carefully. In 2026, the standard Medicare Part B premium is $202.90 per month. That's over $2,400 a year, plus deductibles, plus copays. For many seniors on a fixed income, this is crushing. But here is what medicare.gov and CMS guidance document MLN 7936176 plainly state. If you qualify for the Qualified Medicare Beneficiary Program, known as QMB, you pay $0, zero for Part A premiums, zero for Part B premiums, zero for deductibles, zero for coinsurance, zero for copays on Medicare-covered services. And here is the part that makes me almost angry because so few seniors know it. Federal law prohibits doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies from billing QMB enrollees for any of these costs. If you are on QMB and a provider sends you a bill, that bill is illegal. The trap is this. Many seniors assume they make too much money to qualify. They do not even apply. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, nearly 1 in 4 Medicaid enrollees qualify because they are 65 or older or have a disability, and many more seniors are eligible but never sign up. To apply, contact your state Medicaid office. You can find the link on medicare.gov under Medicare Savings Programs. If a provider improperly bills you, you call 1-800-MEDICARE. You can also file a complaint at cms.gov. If you ignore this rule, you may keep paying bills you do not legally owe, sometimes for years, and in many cases, that money is nearly impossible to recover. Bill number 3, bank garnishment fees and debt collector seizures of your Social Security. This one is critical because it is about protecting the very money you live on. There is a federal rule called 31 CFR, Part 212. It is a joint rule from the U.S. Treasury, Social Security Administration, Veterans Affairs, the Railroad Retirement Board, and the Office of Personnel Management. And here is what this rule does. If a debt collector gets a court order to garnish your bank account, and you receive federal benefits like Social Security or SSI by direct deposit, your bank is required by law to perform what is called a look-back. They must automatically protect the total amount of federal benefits deposited into your account in the previous 2 months. That money cannot be touched by most private debt collectors. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau confirms this on consumerfinance.gov. Supplemental security income, VA benefits, and certain other federal benefits are categorically protected from most private debt collection. The trap is fear. Many seniors get a scary letter from a collector and panic. They voluntarily pay money they did not legally have to pay. Some banks even improperly charge garnishment fees, even though the FDIC clearly states banks may not charge a garnishment fee against the protected amount. There are a few important exceptions, though. Your Social Security can be touched for certain federal debts, things like back taxes, defaulted federal student loans, and child or spousal support orders, so those are not protected. But almost every private debt, credit cards, medical collectors, old loans, cannot reach your protected Social Security. To protect yourself, always use direct deposit. The protection only triggers automatically for electronically deposited federal benefits. If a collector or bank improperly takes your money, you file a complaint at consumerfinance.gov/complaint. Bill number 4. Federal income tax filing and unnecessary tax preparation fees. Now please listen carefully, because this rule has changed recently, and it could put real money back in your pocket. According to IRS Publication 554, the Tax Guide for Seniors, taxpayers age 65 and older are not required to file a federal tax return if their gross income falls below a higher threshold than younger taxpayers. And starting in 2025, there is a brand new enhanced senior deduction of up to $6,000 for those 65 and older. This is in addition to the standard deduction and the existing additional senior deduction. But please hear me clearly. This enhanced deduction is temporary. It is in effect for tax years 2025 through 2028, and it phases out at higher incomes. So if you qualify, you must claim it now while you still can. The trap is this. Many seniors whose only income is Social Security pay $200 to $400 to a tax preparer to file a return they did not even need to file. Other seniors do file, but they fail to claim the enhanced $6,000 deduction, and they overpay the IRS hundreds of dollars. Here is your protection. The IRS officially authorizes AARP Foundation Tax Aid. It is a completely free tax preparation service focused on taxpayers age 50 and older with low to moderate income. You can find it at aarp.org or through the IRS website at irs.gov. There is also a free interactive tax assistant on irs.gov that tells you whether you even need to file. If you ignore this, you may waste money on a preparer you do not need. You may overpay the IRS by missing the new deduction. Or, and this is just as important, if you should be filing to claim refundable credits like the Earned Income Tax Credit, you may forfeit money the government owes you. Bill number 5. TSA PreCheck fees for travelers. 75 and older. This last one is small, but it matters, especially for seniors who travel to see grandchildren. According to tsa.gov, passengers age 75 and older receive expedited screening automatically. You are permitted to keep your shoes on. You are permitted to keep a light jacket on. You do not need to pay for TSA PreCheck to receive this benefit. The TSA itself confirmed this in a June 2024 press release, stating clearly that individuals 12 and under or 75 and older are always permitted to keep their shoes on during the security screening process. The trap is this: many seniors, or their well-meaning children, pay the $77.95 TSA PreCheck enrollment fee, thinking it's the only way to skip shoe removal. If you are 75 or older, you do not need to pay that fee. If you have a medical condition or use a mobility device, you can also call TSA Cares at 1-855-787-2227 at least 72 hours before your flight, and they will arrange alternative screening for you at no cost. If you ignore this rule, at best you waste the enrollment fee. At worst, you go through unnecessary shoe removal or pat-downs that could strain your back, hurt your knees, or even interfere with a pacemaker or medical device. Now here is what I promised you: the hidden mistake. I told you at the beginning of this video that there is one mistake many seniors make that can wipe out every dollar these rules are supposed to save you. Here it is. The mistake is assuming that these rules apply automatically without you doing anything. They do not. Medicare Part A is free, but only if you enroll. QMB pays $0 on your medical bills, but only if you apply through your state Medicaid office. Your Social Security is protected from garnishment, but only if you receive it by direct deposit, and only if you assert the protection when a bank or collector tries to take it. The enhanced senior tax deduction is yours, but only if you claim it on your return. And the TSA shoe rule for 75 and older is automatic, but only if you know to mention your age at the checkpoint when needed. Silence costs you money. Action saves you money. Your 3 exact action steps. Please write these down, or pause this video and take notes. Step 1. Verify every benefit you are entitled to directly through the official government website. Use ssa.gov for Social Security and Medicare enrollment. Use medicare.gov for Medicare savings programs like QMB. Use irs.gov for tax filing requirements. Never trust a phone call or letter from a private company telling you what you owe without first checking the official source. Step 2. Contact the correct government office before making any changes to your benefits or paying any large bill you are unsure about. Call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213. Call Medicare at 1-800-MEDICARE. Call the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. If a bank or collector is improperly taking your money, call TSA Cares before you fly if you have a medical condition. These services are free. They exist for you. Step 3. Keep copies of everything. Every Social Security letter, every Medicare summary notice, every bank statement showing your federal benefit deposits, every tax return, every insurance document. Keep them in a folder in a safe place where a trusted family member can find them. Paper records have saved more seniors from financial loss than any other single habit. Final word. My friend, please listen to me carefully now. The rules I shared with you today are real. They are written on government websites. They are not secrets, but they are buried under layers of confusing language, and the institutions that profit from your silence are not going to call you and tell you about them. Insurance agents will not tell you Part A is free. Tax preparers will not tell you that you may not even need to file. Banks will not always remind you that your Social Security is protected from garnishment. That is why you must take this knowledge into your own hands. And please, please do not rely only on YouTube notifications to keep up with these rules. YouTube changes its algorithm. Channels get suppressed. Important updates can disappear from your feed without warning. So write down the official websites I mentioned today. Bookmark them. Share this video with another senior who needs to hear it, because the next person you forward this to may save thousands of dollars because you cared enough to tell them. This is Masha with TaxWise Seniors. I am here every week to help you protect the retirement you worked your entire life to earn. Stay informed, stay protected, and stay one step ahead. I will see you in the next video.